for it. On Thursday, the First family demonstrated their solidarity and will to help victims affected by Hurricane Irma, not by only serving in every department, but also by providing and paying for meals for people affected by the storm in Naples, Florida. Initially, Fox News reported that the Federal Emergency Management Agency paid for the aforementioned meals, but stood corrected shortly after. "So moments ago I said that the food was provided by FEMA, as often they will do, but this is a nuance now," host Faulkner said. "The President and the First Lady now are hosting this event with their own catering, if you will. They paid for the food. This is being distributed right now," co-host Sandra Smith added to clarify. "That's awesome," Fox News contributor Lisa Booth said. "I commend him for being there today, shaking their hand, looking them in the eye and giving them that hope and belief that things are going to get better. This is what a president does," Faulkner added. In addition, First Lady Melania Trump shared a Twitter video from aboard Marine One that monitored the area prior to Trump's arrival. "There is much work to be done, but America is with you, Florida," she wrote. Both Trump and Melania decided to donate $1 million, divided in 12 different charities that collected hurricane relief means. Some of these organizations included the Red Cross and the Salvation Army, with $300,000 being transferred to each. Others, like Reach Out America and Samaritan's Purse, were given $100,000 apiece, while the remaining 8 received $25,000 respectively. The relief funds are largely monitored by FEMA, an organization working tightly with each and every of these aid groups. Are there enough thank yous to give to our extraordinary president? North Korea's latest aggression forces one of U.S.'s biggest allies to deliver threatening response. North Korea has carried out missile tests despite persuasions to reconsider times and times again. One of the most severe missile attacks North Korea has ever mastered was the one executed on Japan, leaving America no choice but to respond to the aggression. The missile marks the third missile that ever hit Japan, the last one being back in 1998. The NY Post reported on yet another intriguing development. The South Koreans have successfully tested a new cruise missile that could wipe out key nuclear sites in the north, which leader Kim Jong-un regularly visits, in just 15 minutes, a report says. As stated, the missile can wipe off major North Korean military bases in under 15 minutes, putting Kim's life in imminent danger. South Korea has consulted with America on military response tactics, after which the ballistic missiles came in play. The missile we're discussing here is beyond potent, due to its complex yet excruciatingly lethal structure that strictly focuses on the target with precision unlike anything out there. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders ripped Hillary Clinton during an appearance Thursday on Fox News, saying the former presidential candidate's book tour shows why Americans elected Donald Trump over her in November. Host Steve Doocy noted that Clinton has done several interviews this week discussing her new book and why she lost the 2016 election. He then asked Sanders about Clinton's comment the prior night that the Electoral College should be abolished. "What do you think about that?" "I think Hillary Clinton, this is about the 900th excuse that she's given for why she lost, and I think this book tour has done nothing but prove to America they were right in the decision that they made in putting Donald Trump in the Oval Office and not Hillary Clinton," Sanders said. "She has just re-identified all of the reasons that she was not going to be a good candidate and that she wasn't going to be a successful president, and that's why they chose Donald Trump," Sanders said. Trump, by contrast, had a message during the campaign, according to Sanders. He actually had a message. He was focused on solving problems, not placing blame, which is what most of her campaign was about, Sanders said. ESPN fired Curt Schilling for a tweet. Now he has a brutal response to reporter who called Trump white supremacist. Everyone is aware that politics always drags along plenty of drama, but there is rarely a channel such as ESPN to add fuel to the fire each and every time. As ESPN left the matter in a status quo, Boston Red Sox pitcher Curt Schilling decided to act upon it and send a clear message to the channel, calling them out on being biased. In 2016, the network fired Schilling because he posted this photo on Facebook, revolting many afterward. Schilling stated, "A man is a man no matter what they call themselves." Schilling, driven by ESPN's disinterest to handle Hill properly, called the channel and its partner network, Disney, out on nurturing double standards when it came to politics. Schilling tweeted, "She didn't get fired. Kawasi, Disney and ESPN are fine with liberal racism versus conservative logic." Clay Travis of Fox Sports explained that when host Linda Cohn was also suspended after trying to put ESPN in the spotlight for being biased, which obviously speaks volumes about the network's sneaky tactics when it comes to handling anti-opinion staffers. Hill offered an apology for her comments, but to no avail. The deed was already done, and ESPN gave her every protection needed. Politics is not ESPN's forte, that's a given, so we would suggest sticking to sports only for the good of the country and decent journalism at least. Celebrities wish for Trump supporters to boycott their movies, then the fans retorted heavily. Celebrities in Hollywood generally belong to the far left when it comes to politics, and they have once again turned against Trump in a diminishing way. They are now asking their fans to feel free to boycott them if that means they support the president's racist ways. Grey's Anatomy star, Ellen Pompeo, addressed the nation on Monday, making it very clear about how she felt in regards to Trump. "This is what basically triggered Ellen," she was quick to respond, insulting a large base of her fans. Many Republican supporters who are also fans of the show were left appalled and devastated. This doesn't seem to concern Ellen, who wanted to make herself clear. Due to the strong use of words, many presumed that Pompeo's profile might have been hacked, but it doesn't seem to be the case. As Pompeo explained in her next tweet, "It is a frequent practice in Hollywood to have celebrities undermine Trump's value and political views, but the fact they're at times going overboard in insults and belittling resembles much of Obama's and Hillary's belief system as well." Actress Olivia Wilde also stepped up her game in the trashing department and posted the following: "Well, Trump followers weren't about to let the lefties win, so they responded accordingly to their nastiness. Hollywood celebrities need to get their facts checked before talking nonsense and going public with it." Restaurant made 1,000 meals for hurricane victims, hasn't been covered by media. Let's thank them. The folks at Sake Sushi Bar and Lounge in Port Arthur, Texas are among those going above and beyond to lend a helping hand to those in need during these difficult times. Keith Nguyen took to Facebook to applaud the efforts of his father, Phien Nguyen, and his uncle, Binh Nguyen, who own the restaurant and have been working non-stop to provide delicious meals to those who are running out of food. Today their staff and volunteers helped create over 1,000 meals for victims, first responders, and other volunteers. Though Sake Sushi Bar's owners aren't looking to be patted on their backs for the efforts, Keith decided that they at least needed a shout-out. Their restaurant is Sake Sushi Bar and Lounge in Port Arthur, Texas. If you're ever in the area, you should stop by and support these hard-working men, or even share their good deed on Facebook. They deserve it. Keith got his wish because his post was shared on Facebook more than 244,000 times on his Facebook page alone. Keith's post is also being shared by national media outlets. Many people on social media have been applauding the efforts of Sake Sushi Bar and Lounge. Everyone should look up the Sake Sushi Bar and Lounge in Port Arthur, Texas. Words cannot convey the gratitude and thanks for your great deed," a commenter said. Watch Gene Simmons drops Trump truth bomb. millions stunned. Gene Simmons, co-founder of the rock band Kiss, seems like an unlikely Trump defender. As seen on YouTube, Simmons stressed his referring to Trump as President Trump as a show of respect. The rock star also called on Americans to accept the 2016 election results, saying Trump won fair and square. Simmons emphasized that despite Americans' differences, the bad guys hate us all. As seen in the video, Simmons appeared on Fox News to discuss his latest projectile limited supply, $2,000 Gene Simmons vault that contains 150 previously unreleased songs. The Kiss bassist says he will personally fly out to deliver the Gene Simmons vaults to those who order them. During the discussion, Simmons was asked about President Trump's immigration policy, specifically, his opinion on the wall Trump has promised to build along America's southern border. Last year, Simmons told Rolling Stone, secretly, tens of millions, perhaps 100 million people may actually have some positive feelings about a wall. Simmons said last year that celebrities should keep their political opinions to themselves.